Hey, waiting on people to come on in. Come on in. Waiting on people to come on in. I'm gonna let my dog in because he about to have a nervous breakdown. Well, I'm gonna get started. See if anybody joins me. But welcome to another Tell Me Something Good Thursdays here on Same OT. I hope everybody's doing well. Who's catching the replay? I am having an okay day, right? Trying to stay positive. So much stuff going on. I think I talked about it last week. Oh, excuse me. Regarding my business. I don't know if this is your first time, if you're catching a replay or what have you. I own a medical weight loss and wellness practice. And so a good chunk of my business comes from medical weight loss. And so I'm sure everybody's heard of um, the medications, the GLP-1s on the market. You probably heard about them from their brand names, like Ozempic, which is not for weight loss, but people do take, have taken it. That's for type 2 diabetes. Wegovy is the one for weight loss in regards to semaglutide medication. And then for tirzepatide medication, you have Zepbound for weight loss, and then Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes. So I provide the compounded versions of these medications. And so what that means is that you have a compounding pharmacy. Compounding pharmacies are pharmacies that can basically make the medicine like in real time versus getting it from like the big pharmaceutical company. And this has allowed me to provide it to my patients to make it more affordable, because the branded medications, a lot of insurance will not cover. And so I've had people come and say anywhere from like maybe $750 to $1,500 a month. That's a lot of money. And most people don't have it like that, right? So the compounded versions have been a game changer for a lot of people, especially my patients. So some things have come down the pipeline to where these medications won't be available through compound pharmacies. And so I've just been struggling with trying to find um, other solutions for my patients, especially like the ones who are still like in the midst of their weight loss journey. And they're not as effective, but it's something, right? Because as we get older, it's a struggle to lose weight with just diet and exercise alone. So anyway, that's what I was dealing about. That's what I'm still dealing with and trying to get through. So it's a chore being a business owner sometimes, especially a solo business person. But anyway, you know, let's talk about something good, right? That's the name of this live on Thursday. So tell me something good. So I see we got a few people in here. Be sure. First of all, can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a 1. Say hi in the chat, or put your name so I can say hello to you. Okay, Lemon Shark. Hi, old lady. How are you doing today? I'll make it, Lemon Shark. I will make it. All right, so you can hear me good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So if anybody has any wins they would like to share, by all means, put them in the chat. Let's shout you out. Anything going good for you this month so far? We'll say the 6th, or just anything going good this week, or even this year. Make sure you put it in the chat. So what I want to talk about today is that many people may not know, but March is considered National Nutrition Month. And so it's basically to get us to all think about our nutrition. What can we do better? How can we make some improvements and things of that nature? And so I wanted to ask you all, like, what is your biggest nutrition struggle? If anybody minds sharing before I share what I commonly hear. Well, maybe y'all typing. So a lot of times it's because people are busy, right? People have to work. People have children. People have demanding jobs. So for a lot of people, it's like time. So they find themselves, getting fast food or grabbing stuff that's, heavily processed, because they can just kind of put in the air fryer or something like that real quick. So the focus with Nutrition Month in March is to see if you can just make small steps. What's one thing that maybe you can work on? So I know, like, right now we in Lent, right? Yesterday was Ash Wednesday. I always forget. Do it start today or do it start Ash Wednesday? I can't remember. But I think we in Lent right now. And so a lot of people will practice Lent where they'll give up something. And for a lot of people, oftentimes they will pick something, dealing with diet, so to speak. So I had a new patient today, and I don't know if she's doing it for Lent, but she did mention that she's given up pop. From the Chicago area, we call it pop. Where you are, you might call it soda. And so I told her, that's good. And she said, the first week of doing it, it was a struggle because she uses it more so for the caffeine. And so she was struggling there, but then also, just the amount of sugar she was taking in, because I think she said she would drink probably like at least 3 20-ounce bottles a day. So that's a lot. That's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of caffeine and a lot of calories. So she switched those out for unsweetened tea and water. So hopefully she'll be able to keep up with that. She said it's getting easier and easier each day. So, that's one nutritional swap you can do. So sometimes people think they got to overhaul everything A to Z. And that's when you try to do it from A to Z, it gets hard. But if you could just do one thing. So I had already started making changes and being more conscious with my diet. I'm 50 years old. I want to try to maintain a certain weight with the lifestyle that I have, being a busy business owner and, things of that nature. And so 3 things that I've done since the fall. One, I focus on protein. So almost all my meals have to have protein in them. So one thing that I will make often is like a yogurt bowl. So I like the what is it called? Too Good yogurt. So that I think is somewhere like 12, 15 grams of protein right there. But then I'll put, I just recently got into chia seeds, so I'll put some chia seed on it. And then I'll do blueberries. It's a very, very small amount of protein in blueberries. Granola. And the granola I use, I think it's a little bit of protein in there because it has some nuts and stuff in it. And then I'll put pecans on it too. So when I did the math, I think it was like somewhere between maybe 15, 18 grams of protein. So, and I'll treat that like a meal, because once you add everything up, it probably is like, especially with the nuts, it probably is like a good 300 calories. But I do that. So I try to make whatever meals that I have, make sure that they have some significant protein in them. Also, water. I love these cups. This one is a hydro flask. I'm not a Stanley girl. I don't have the Stanley. I have read good reviews on the hydro flask. So that's why I got it in regards to like the metals and all that kind of stuff. And I have one called Simple Martin. And so these right here make such a big difference for me to get the water in. We used to use water bottles all the time. And sometimes when the water get cold, you kind of don't want to drink it. It's room temperature. And some people love room temperature, but I'm not a room temperature type of girl. But these right here help me get it in. This one I think is 32 ounces. And then my other one is 40. And so I drink on this because it's cold, because I always have it with me. I can take it in the car when I'm running errands. So it helps me keep my water intake on. Sorry, guys. If I close the door, then they scratch at the door. If I open the door, then they come in. Talking about the dogs. If you were here last week, the dogs, one's making a appearance. Everybody go lay down. Go lay down. Go. Sorry. So anyway, so water. So I focus on protein, water. And if you've been following any of my shorts, I do a lot of shorts on my juicing. And yes, Billy. Yes. The second one is tentative. This is a trial run. I think you've seen what Kingston looked like. Pepper. He cute as can be, but honey, he worrisome. He a little worrisome. There you go. Say hi, Pepper. Look at him. So this is Pepper. All right, now go lay down. Go. Yeah. No. Go lay down. Go. All right. What you say? Okay, you have two. Okay, yeah, I have. Oh, yeah. So, yes, Pepper. We're doing a trial run. Pepper is my aunt and uncle's dog, and they, they're in their late 60s and things. So it was just, we trying it out. For people who didn't know, I have another dog, and he has a bad case of only child syndrome, and he's way juicier. I can't pick him up like I did Pepper. So we trying it out. We'll see how it goes. Go lay down. Go. So anyway, back to the live. And so juicing. If you watch any of my shorts, you see that I juicing. So I used to juice back in like when I was in nursing school. So that would have been like somewhere between 2013, 2015, and then I fell off. But then I started seeing people with these batch juicers, and I was like, oh, that'll help me stay consistent. So I made the investment. I bought the Kuvings Auto 10. So that's the juicer that you all see in my juicing shorts. And it's a game changer. I even they have extension parts. So, excuse me, y'all. They have an extension part that I can put on there. So like when I'm making a big enough batch where I can put everything in there without having, add to it. Like I can just put it in there, hit go, and just only have to open it up to, release the juice. I love it. So it was worth every dime. So juicing, I do that pretty much every day. I have at least one fresh juice every day. So like today, maybe that's why I'm a little burpy. I just finished drinking it. It was golden beets, apples, lemon, and ginger. So it's probably that. Maybe it's the ginger that got me a little burpy. And so that's been huge. Like I think just getting those fresh fruits and vegetables has helped with my histamine levels, because I used to have to take Zyrtec every day because one, my dog is the oldest one. He's not hypoallergenic, whereas, Pepper is a Shih Tzu. So he pretty much is like hair versus fur. But since I've been back juicing since the fall, pretty much, like I say, I have sometimes depending on the sales and things like that, I might even have two juices a day. And these are just some of the things that I've done prior to Nutrition Month, March being Nutrition Month. But just as a 50-year-old woman who wants to feel better, look better, and maintain. And so these are things I've done. So, if you're a little shy, don't want to put it in the chat, just think about what's one thing that you can make a nutritional switch or swap, or something you can take away or add to, just to improve your nutrition. And I don't know, I try not to get political, but with these tariffs, I probably won't be getting so, fancy. I'll probably be doing a lot of apple ginger, um, maybe just two, three, ingredient juices, just because, we get a lot of fruits and vegetables for some of these other countries that, look like we're going to have tariffs on. So, but we got to keep pushing, right? All right. So next thing I want to talk about, I don't know if y'all been seeing it in the community posts. Oh, you studying herbs. You know what? Oh, y'all can see my polish missing. I got to do my nails over. I keep thinking about it. I got so much stuff going on. I got to get through this year. But maybe you go ahead and study herbs, Billy, and then you can educate me, and then I won't feel like I have to do it. So, so Atomic Habits. Hopefully, you've seen the post. We're going to start this March 10th. I want to kind of keep it small in regards to our first book club. I did open it up to people on my Facebook page. And so right now, I think we have 6 spots. I want to kind of keep it small so that we're not, on the Zoom for a long time. We can kind of, hear everybody's thoughts and things of that nature and keep it moving. So don't forget, if you want to join us, we start in March 10th. And if you are not if you're not on my YouTube, not my YouTube, if you're not on my one of my Facebook friends or followers, I don't know what the term is, but you can go to Instagram. I created an Instagram for the Same OT YouTube channel, and you can inbox me there. So my name on Instagram is Same OT _ the number 2. I think that's it. Same OT, like the channel, _ the number 2. And just inbox me there, and you'll just let me know your first name and email. I plan to have the email with all the Zoom details and things like that going out probably Saturday, no later than Sunday, just to give people a chance to, be like, oh yeah, I'm sure people want to join us, but life get busy, so give people a chance. So that's that about Atomic Habits. I was looking through this a little bit last night, and I'm excited because it looks like it's exactly what I need. I need some systems. I need systems because I can set goals and all that stuff all day long, but I need systems so that I can execute in a timely fashion and get things done. And if you have the systems in place, the way I look at it, when you have systems in place, even if something happens, because you kind of got that systematic way of getting stuff done, it shouldn't derail you so much. And so right now I'm full of goals, and I'm working to create systems in regards to those goals or those behaviors and things that I want to just be a part of who I am. And it sounds like that's what this book gives you, those those tips and strategies about like who you want to become, you know? And so I remember either talking to my husband or my mom or both, and I was just talking about how it had hit me one day that what I'm lacking is discipline and consistency. And if you have a system, usually discipline and consistency wouldn't be a problem. And I'm hoping that's what this book will do. It will help me be able to be consistent. You first have the discipline, which I think I definitely have. It's just that the consistency. So when I can put them together and they teach us these tips, hopefully in here, I'll be able to create the system so that I can be this disciplined, consistent person so that it'll show up in my life the way I want it to. Get some order to my life. Every day, my husband, before he goes to work, he say, what do you got planned today? And I always say, get my life together. So one day I want to be able to say, 1, 2, and 3 versus just get my life together. Like that's where I'm at right now. Like I just feel like I need to get my entire life together, A to Z. So that's that. So I don't know if you all know who Iyanla Vanzant is. And hopefully you can see this. It's called One Day My Soul Opened Up. And so something I try to do every morning is some type of meditation or reading, 10, 15 minutes before I really get my day going. And so this book right here, it says 40 days and 40 nights towards spiritual strength and personal growth. One day my soul just opened up by Iyanla Vanzant. This is my auntie in my head, y'all. This is my auntie in my head. Okay. I read this book for the first time back in, I think it was 2019. I was in a low place. I was like all the things. If you're here because of my XJW story, I think I talked about it in those beginning videos. And if you haven't seen those videos, be sure to go and look at those videos, part 1 and 2 and 3, basically how I had gotten involved with the Jehovah's Witness religion and basically how I left. But anyway, in 2019, I was like in a low place, just all the things, kind of feeling a little bit of career regret and just some other things that I'll do content on eventually coming down the pipeline. So I read this book at least once. Like I did the straight 40 days, like every single day. And it really did help bring me out of that low place and just kind of help me get back to the same OT. So I decided to read it again. I haven't been as consistent every day because I might do something else in the morning or just flat out start doing something else. And then I just feel like it don't hit the same compared to doing it before I really get my day going. But today I opened up and I said, okay, before I get to fooling with these dogs and all this stuff, I'm going to do it. And so today was day 34. And, each day has its own kind of like principle or focus. And today was discipline. And so I just want to read a couple of things in here from the commentary that she had that was like a aha, kind of thing. And one was, discipline is having the courage to do what needs to be done before you are forced to do it. And that right there, even though I read this book before, that was like a smack in the face. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this live, my practice is a wellness practice, but my focus has been the medical weight loss piece of that. I have dragged my feet in regards to doing DNA testing. As far as like wellness DNA, I have tests that based on your DNA can tell you like how you should be eating or what you should be eating, what kind of exercises you should be doing and things of that nature, to get certain results. So I have wellness DNA, and then obviously I offer paternity, siblingship. If you need to find out if someone is your aunt or uncle, I think I have access to even grandparents, right? Like who knew that, you know, DNA could be that kind of specific, right? And now that I'm in this situation where I might lose that access to affordable weight loss medication for my patients, it will cause me to have to pivot, right? I have been dragging my feet. I've had my partnership with my DNA testing facility since last October, and I have been dragging, might even be September. I have been dragging my feet, guys. And so I have been lacking the discipline. Like it says, discipline is having the courage to do what needs to be done before you are forced to do it. I wasn't disciplined. I got my partnership. I have my kids. I have all the things. They have done their job. They have provided me all the training, things of that nature. But now that I'm in a potential bind to where I'm, could lose revenue because I'm not able to provide what I'm currently able to provide, God willing, unless, the GLP-1 gods help a sister out and the rest of my colleagues who have similar practices. Yeah. So because I lack discipline, wasn't courageous enough finding the time to do what I needed to do, get my DNA, get my drug testing services up and running. Now I'm forced to do so. Now I'm forced to be disciplined. Yeah, Billy, we all guilty of it. We all guilty of it. And let me read this last one. I think this was it. These really stood out to me. Yeah. She says, what I have learned after many painful experiences resulting from years of avoidance and procrastination is that when you begin to honor yourself in life, you become disciplined about how you handle yourself in your life. And that, whew, that those two right there, it shook me this morning because that's what it is. I want to be disciplined. I remember telling my mom or my husband, I said, everything I want is on the other side of discipline. It is. It's like what they call the three D's. Like you gotta have dedication, determination, and discipline. I think I'm dedicated to providing the best care for my patients and well-being. Because people might say, well, how does DNA fit in there? Obviously, the wellness DNA, you can see how that fits into what I currently is my lead offers. But peace of mind. I know a lot of people, don't have the peace of mind because they're not sure of, relationship connections and things like that. So to me, that, falls under wellness, mental, emotional, and potentially financial, because who would want to be, providing child support for a child that you find out is not yours. So that's how I, make that connection. And then drug testing, that's obvious, right? Department of Transportation, we want to make sure people who are driving for a living are, not using drugs, right? So, and then, yeah, also I got introduced to, by offering those the drug testing type of service can open me up to contracts, with state government, county, government, big corporations and things like that. So I am a businesswoman at the end of the day. I may be a, healthcare provider, but, I want to retire one day. I don't want to work, until I'm 75. So, so discipline, y'all. I'm about to get real disciplined with the help of the book. And just, I have no choice. I'm being forced to be disciplined now, right? Because I have to make those pivots, even if things work out in our favor. I still need to be disciplined and get those services up so I can have a balanced business versus just putting all my eggs in one particular service. So that's all I got. I want to thank you all who were able to join me live. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Oh, one last thing. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So I will be getting interviewed on another YouTube channel. I don't know when they'll put it out. We're going to do the interview tomorrow. But once it goes live on their page, I'll definitely let y'all know so y'all can go check it out. Because I don't know what the rules are. Like, I don't know if I don't think you can split it. Like, I think the only way we could split it, I think it would have to be streamed or something. But I don't think we're not doing it like live. It'll be recorded, and then they probably, put they, edits or whatever, however they do theirs. So it's exciting to, get interviewed. This, I think, is my third. I've been interviewed for my business on 2 different podcasts, but this one is more so telling my experience. I don't want to give it away. I'll let y'all know when they post it. Oh, don't forget, I am still looking for individuals who would like to be a part of my Despite series. Remember, Despite, it could be anything that you've overcome that you don't mind sharing. I even thought about, if you want to do it without showing your face, I'm sure we can figure out a way so that it's still impactful, telling your story. Maybe if you don't want to be comfortable showing your face or something like that. So still looking for people interested in sharing their story. And it can be whatever, you was in a control group, survive the bad relationship, or, realizing somebody ain't your friend, or, whatever, growing up poor, just whatever it is that could have broken you didn't. And you want to share your story so that it can help others. So looking to start getting those interviews lined up so we can, make a difference out here. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys next Thursday. I have been enjoying these lives, even though we don't get a ton of people on the live all the time. I'm trying to post like the day of. I don't know if I should post maybe the day before and the day of. I don't know. I'm winging it, guys. You all know I've been on YouTube since October 3rd. So it was in November, December, January, February, March, 5 months. And really the last 2.5 has been a little bit hit and miss because, my grandma had passed and just trying to get my life back together. So I'm very thankful. I think last time I looked at the app, I was at 570 subs. I am pushing for 1,000 subs. And I know that once I get out on a regular basis, the people will come. So having said that, I'm going to get on off of here and relax for the rest of the day because it's been a heck of a day. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. People in the Chicagoland area, they say it's going to be snow and cold. But then I think middle of next week it's going to be in the high 60s. So I don't know. Classic Chicago weather, I guess. All right. Well, you guys take care and see you next Thursday. Peace.